Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer 2026 tournament. We are in week 1 of the playoffs, and we are going to bring you an amazing run tonight. We have Smashy versus Pav, their first matchup of the 3 that we're going to be seeing over the course of the week, and it is going to be a wonderful journey if anything has been happening. I am Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth is going to be Brysolf.
Looking forward to this one here, and it may not go 3. Both these guys have had some wins, have some losses. It could be a 2-0 sweep, but tonight is game 1, and we'll have to see who gets that early advantage by taking down the Dragon Lord first.
Yep, and of course we do have Shihali running the tracker down at the bottom. Velu V is on the back end, bringing us the restreams. Now, these stats are not exactly the ones you want to see walking into a match. 5 strength is not especially the best thing. Hopefully they've got a torch or a fairy water to get themselves started.
I mean, if we're going to hope for things, let's just get them the stick in there and let them go to town. But even then, 32 hit points, you got 6 defense, you got some stats to play with. You just don't want to see a lot of big swinging no hit point enemies at the start. That would be a nightmare.
That would definitely be an unpleasant situation, but I mean they do have several options. Maybe you get extra gold, maybe you get an extra key and there's something interesting in the armory. There's still all kinds of ways it goes, and here we are being given all of the instructions. Do need to find the 3 key items to be able to combine them into the rainbow drop and enter the final dungeon and defeat the Dragon Lord. And
I can see the future!
The stones of sunlight in the second chest. Well, who needs to worry about strength when you have a sword with a plus 39 attack?
Well, they got some swamp. What do they got to deal with here? Just 1 step, not so bad with those hit points. They're going to be looking for some pretty meaty stuff here. That skeleton it's breathing fire. You don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, at this level, even a baby breath is not necessarily what you want to see. However, they are doing decent damage. Meanwhile, Pav has defeated his respawn speed 3, no hit points, 4 magic. Whoa, stop and heal more.
I mean, heal more is nice. Stop spell could be useful. Nothing too crazy. No strength though in that first level, so
yeah,
that's
no
going to be doing big work for them.
Yeah, no strength and no hit points on level 2. Ouch.
All right, let's see. Now we got a wolf here and another sneak attack on Smashy. Just getting those early sneak attacks from some higher end enemies. Not what you want to see. Here's another level coming for Pav.
There's 4 strength, 1 agility, 2 hit points, 7 magic points, and hurt more. We've got the boomstick.
Burninate the countryside. Oh boy, they're going to be throwing some damage now. Well, actually, it's Smashy on the left, Pav on the right. Is this what we're looking at?
Yeah, Smashy on the left, Pav on the right. Pav usually uses the Dragon Lord icon.
Oh, so did it switch on me, or am I just dyslexic on sides of the screen?
I think it was just a typo that has been since corrected.
Oh, goody. So it's not just me then. All right. Look at them just go here. It's going to be all gas, no brakes, at least at the start. See if they can find
22
something.
Power at level 3 and heal. Or level 4, excuse me.
A town to the east, and of course it is a Hawk's Nest. Gonna get a tile check, perhaps.
I mean, with a hurt more spell, if we're looking at something like an Axe Knight, it could just be, ooh, no, Golem, never mind.
Well, that's not something you want to see if you're a fan of a little bit of adversity. That is going to be an adverse condition.
Absolutely, unless, of course, you bring the fairy flute to the fight.
I mean, they could do that. But even then, they would need a little more strength and fun times before. That's a realistic expectation. Scorpion looks like that would be some fine eats here for Pav, and indeed a 1-swing takedown.
Yeah, now that we've got 30 strength at level 4 and 5, respectfully, and they've got an attack power in the 70s, and hurt more on tap, of course, very little is going to threaten them.
Oof. Smashy with a big old hurt more takedown there, I think. And look at this, come on in. Not a lot of power there. Nice hit points, though.
Yeah, nice hit points, 20 hit points. I'll take that.
And
Comment in chat, Sword hurt more and decent hit points in the early game? What madness is this? Well, we haven't seen the late game yet. We don't know what's going to happen here. It could stall out on us.
We'll have to wait and see where they're going to go, but in the meantime, we've got a poltergeist. Oh no, not hurt. Please, stop. The skeletons are really being tenacious here. Attacking early, dodging attacks, doing as they do. Pretty even experience here. We've seen one town so far. We've got the sword. And as you can see, lots of spells. And of course the stones, but I mean, come on, hard to miss those ones.
7, 1, 8, 16 magic points at level 6.
Very nice there. That'll help with a few more hurt mores or get those heal mores a little more viable as these hit points climb. As you can see, we're already at 63 here at level 6.
Oof, Stone Man brought an abrupt halt to both of their exploration, actually.
He might be made of paving stones, but they're not allowed to walk all over him, that's for sure. Gonna check now to the west. Check to the west, let's see here. Well, it's gonna be a wolf going down, and yeah, we've already got some fleeing from the lesser enemies, so they're just gonna see what's gonna pop up. Drakima, and it's gonna be a run from Smashy, and there's a nice rogue scorpion about to go down.
Yeah, Pav is gonna get that level 6 with all the MP.
There is a town there just, oh, so that's Tantagel. Apologies, I thought that was a town just about across the river, but no. It's the castle.
Looks like Pav is kind of liking this area to do a bit of a grind here. Meanwhile, Smashy is trying to do some map exploration, see if he can't find some things.
Well, he found himself a wraith to drop a hurt more on. That's going to be a nice little chunk of change.
Courage and wit have served thee well. Power 1, speed 11, hit points 5, magic 2, hurt and sleep.
They're getting kitted out pretty quickly here.
Yeah, we've already got both more.
First green dragon, let's see what it's got. An attack on a sneak. Gonna try a hurt more. Let's see if it goes down. It does not.
Yeah, why bother casting spells when you have bite?
Meanwhile, Troll Magi, that's a solid target there. Gonna give up 58. Just building it up here and there, rapidly building to the next level. And in the meantime, Smashy continuing to try to explore.
Yeah, Smashy's checking this northwestern quadrant to see if there's any cities or anything there. Meanwhile, Pav is just, wandering around in this forest, taking on whoever wants to step up to the plate.
Going a little further north here, and a golem just across the desert. Smashy takes a big punch, gets away, so we'll get to do a little more exploration.
Man, that guy hits like a pile of bricks, doesn't he?
Definitely. And should be the next level coming up here on Pav's side. We have a cave to the north, to the northwest jaunt. 5, 3, 12, 1, and why not more spells? We're going to get Radiant and Repel.
The only ones we don't have right now are Outside and Return.
It looks like a little swamp burial for the Dragon Lord. We've got a Star Wyvern going down for Smashy, and that will be level 8. Gonna see what's in this cave. Let's see. What do we have in the cave? It looks like the bottom of Marsh Cave.
Yep. And
Sorry, I'm mixing up my Final Fantasy here with Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Yeah, bottom of Swamp Cave. Yeah, you won't run into any illithids down there, but that Star Wyvern definitely wanted a snack.
Now with Magi Wyvern just dropping the hurt more, just dropping the boom on Smashy. Here's a Wyvern for Pav. That'll be a quick hurt more, and thank you very much.
Yep, Jerkbird's in force tonight.
Another Stone Man. We're gonna get a sleep spell attempt and has no effect. That time it goes to sleep, and I expect we are going to get out of there.
Yeah, for those who may not know, who may be new to this in the audience, if the enemy is asleep, it is a guaranteed run, whereas otherwise the Stone Man is actually surprisingly difficult to run away from. He will definitely, shall we say, wall you in.
Most definitely. And wolves have stop spell. Not going to mean a whole lot unless they sneak attack like they did on Smashy there. Star Wyvern is holding on here. We've got a hurt from Pav. That's an interesting play. I guess just trying to avoid the maybe dodge. I think they're a little dodgier than your average enemy. If not, well, just making sure, I guess. Either way, we got a Droll in the darkness here and ignored by Smashy and heading up to, looks like, to try the far side, not doing a spike check yet. And we are somewhere. That covers it, right?
Yeah, looks like we're probably at the bottom of the map, looking at the bottom of that continent.
It did look a little like that. Yeah, it's looking pretty likely. Is this a completely empty little island?
Yeah, this is just a completely empty second continent. With what almost looks like ghost lake there.
Whoa, boy! 20 strength on that one. Oh my!
Bro's lifting. But yeah, that second island, that second continent just looked like it had a ghost lake on it, which, you know, for those who may be familiar with the original game, there was a lake north of the castle, kind of a little east of Garenham that looked like a ghost. That had ghosts popping up all over it.
How about that? I learned something today. Also, we have a second golem spike in the swamp cave there, so that's kind of interesting. So that cave, well, it's a cave to nowhere. Not great. Here comes the Magi Wyvern Smashy looking for revenge and getting it. There's a town just to the west here for Smashy. And of course, a rogue scorpion's like, I'm going to sneak attack you and get some damage on you. Yeah, and the rogue scorpions, they're not done yet. They're pretty solid with that hurt more, though. They're going to go down quick.
Yeah, they have very high physical defenses and are very dodgy, but not so much against the spells. And next level, there's your 20 more power, 811, and then he's
and a cave as well.
Oh, hey, the Great Mall of Cantlin, referred to as such in the community because it has not one, not two, but 3 weapon shops. Hello, large shield. I also saw a broadsword in there.
Well, we can stay right there because they got Erdrix. They don't need to be messing with that.
Oh, right. But maybe if they could find like some half plate or something, that'd be a really nice value pickup once they have the money. That large shield was a really value pick, $800. It's a decent boost in defense, and unless you really want to do a gold grind. Yep, you got another chest here. It is a dragon scale. Hey,
2 defense is 2 defense, and it's free. And, you know, I think Smashy's got to be real worried about that cursor that's just hanging around ominously at the top right.
Yeah. Pav now getting the bad news that the other continent is a bust. It looks like he is going to do a check on the spike, though.
Get ready to see that golem.
Oof, not what you want to see on a spike tile. So we got golems on both spikes.
I mean, if you have decent defense and they're you know, lightweights on the swinging, it's not so bad. But yeah, it's not the best, definitely. Another cave here, just to the east of Catlin. And we have the harp trade-in here, but they don't have the harp, so Smash have to come back.
Oh, new town.
Finding a lot of stuff to the north here, and we have keys! But does money? There's some money.
Rimildar is the place to buy keys. I think some NPC in Cole says that.
It's good advice, because you can, in fact, buy keys there.
And he has enough money for at least 2 keys, which is great. That opens up a lot of doors. But,
I don't get it. All right. Wolf Lord with the pink boots is about to get sent packing. Yet another town. A lot of stuff up north. We have found the warehouse here at Garen's Ham.
and since we just bought keys, we have access to the warehouse where we've got gold, we've got wings, and... there we go.
We're good.
Fairy water.
All right. Not the worst things in the world. Let's see what is hiding behind the warehouse here. And it is going to be... It looks like Mountain Cave.
Yep, Mountain Cave. Comment in chat. What does Dragon Lord Sprite do to the game? Is he replaced by Lodo? No. It just you get a boss battle. And welcome, Quinn Patrick.
Looks like Pav is starting to find the way to this area up here where there's a lot of things to be found. Just kind of falling behind Smashy. Pretty even matchup. No one really sitting on a big advantage here. A little experience lead for Pav. A little more knowledge for Smashy, but nothing too crazy as of yet.
So first chest is an herb. Pav has gone ahead and gotten to the Great Mall of Cantlin. There is some magic armor in that one shop. Not really the most efficient purchase, but you know it exists. He's checking the second shop.
Yeah, the second shop check. Let's see what we got down here. Well, you know, you again seen everything. There is full plate in there. There's some interesting things lying around.
Yeah. I mean, he bought leather armor and a large shield, which are great value early game pickups. Next chest, fairy water. Now, fairy water can be used in the randomizer and in combat to deal damage to opponents. In fact, there are entire fairy water strats around the Dragon Lord. Oh, Eric's armor, hello!
And a death necklace on top of that. Okay. Mountain Cave giving up the goods here all of a sudden.
Yeah, the death necklace in the randomizer does have a different effect from vanilla. It will reduce your maximum HP. However, it will also give you plus 10 attack. Not strength, attack. So, situationally useful, but you usually want to have over 130 hit points or so before using it realistically.
Well, there's one more check ready to go here. Maybe a death warp, but I haven't seen anything too dangerous in here that would help with that death warp. So, see what Smashy decides to do. Those green dragons don't want those low roll hit points for those hurt bars.
Yeah, usually you do like a one swing and then a hurt more.
Looks like Pav might be heading away from those all those finds Smashy has just made here in the last 5 to 8 minutes. So we'll see what comes of it on this jaunt back up north through the swamp. Well, maybe it's on the same pathway. Nope, we got coal. Different find here.
So 4 steps south from the bath in coal is...
I'm going to say nothing. No, it's the token. So
hey, one of the 3 key items.
Coal is required.
Smashy's still trying to find his thumb in a ride to get back home.
I don't know. I didn't see anything too scary on the dive, so... Oh, and another town just to the northeast, we've got Breckenray.
Breckenary, home of the 6 Gold Inn. We'll leave a torch out for you.
I mean, the grinding is okay in here for Smashy, but at some point, Smashy will probably just have to just walk out and keep going.
Yeah, apparently this whole cave is Rogue Scorpion. Oh, there's your Magiwipe, yeah, that'll work.
And they have hurt more, so they can do some stuff.
Yeah, and he's just using the scale of the dragon to because he's got the armor, Hurtmores are doing less damage than it normally would, so this is going to take a bit.
Yeah, that Erdrick's armor is one heck of a defensive set piece there. Cutting down the breath, cutting down Hurtmores, healing you with every step. It is a pretty nice piece of equipment.
Immunity to stop spells is pretty nice, too.
And also, you know, able to walk across damaging tiles without problems. Yeah, no, it's pretty OP. It's great. Was that his last key?
I believe so.
Well, I hope he finds one in here.
Nope, he's got 1 magic key left.
Okay. Found a gold grind.
He does have the gold grind glitch enabled, which, for those of you not familiar, a cursed belt.
No, drop the cursed belt to get the cursed belt, because couldn't tell what it was because of the bamboo pole messaging.
Yeah, that is one of the side effects of the gold grind glitch is the messages are not always reliable about what you're picking up, but if you open up more than 8 chests without hitting the overworld, you enable the gold grind glitch, and hitting the throne room counts as 3. Those 3 chests that you had opened at the beginning of the game count there. So, you know, you do that, and it kind of loses track of how many chests you've opened, and so you can just open it as many times as you want. So he's got a lot of money. He doesn't really need it. Well, okay, he has silver shield money. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we're looking at. But on top of that, just going to pick up more keys, check what's here in the basement of Tantagel, and I think it's going to be the trade-in for the rainbow drop. Let's see. Oh, I got that one right at least. So there's that. Know where that is at the tail end.
You got a jerk in the basement. He's called the jerk because if you don't have Erdrick's token to prove your ancestry, he is quite rude and kicks you out.
Yeah, well, he just has high standards, that's all.
Meanwhile, Pav is at the top, the northwest corner of the map.
But going to find everything, I believe, along the way here that was already seen. Let's see.
Well, as we have seen, there is required progression up there, so I hope Smashy finds it. Now let's see. Okay. We still haven't found Grave yet, and Grave has 5 checks, including 2 deep in the bowels of the grave.
And there's that silver shield adding a very nice extra 10 defense on top of what the large shield was already giving.
That does bring Smashy's defense up to 78, which is not bad, especially for level 10.
Picking up some herbs right now. We'll see where the next step is going to take Smashy. Pav continuing the exploration, about to find a cave here, which I think is what that's right, it is indeed the harp trade-in for the Staff of Rain. and going to find Garanham. So still pretty tight here at the 23-minute mark. Or sorry, it's Rimmildar, pardon me. Not far from Garanham, though.
Yeah, it's still very much anyone's game. Oh, the coordinates are 34 south, 1 east.
That shouldn't be any problem. There's a bridge just to the south of the castle, and it's a big chunk south there. Should be pretty doable.
Yeah, that should be walkable. The Gwalen positioning system should not be necessary this seed. I might be tempted to, but then again, they don't call me Sneaky the Lost for nothing. There's a reason I'm here in the commentator's booth, not out there in the tournament. Meanwhile, we're getting a check here for the lost and found. 2 keys for nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I was gonna say
nothing.
There was so little left in the pool, and we already know that coal exists, and there's a spot on the map, and we've already seen a lot of good toys. More than likely, that wasn't going to matter.
Yeah, but there's always that one seed where it's the harp.
Oh, I know, but not this time. With the combined information we have. I guess it could have been the flute. That might have been feasible.
Yeah, given we've got golems on both spike tiles, a flute would actually legitimately not be horrible. I know some people are not the biggest fan of it, but, it is a useful tool when you have golems you have to deal with.
I mean, this right here could potentially be a flute as well, so... Well, not quite the perfect walk. Now we got a bit of a search pattern going on. Meanwhile, a Magi Wyvern for Pav here. Pav is about, after this, about 500 away from the next level.
We're gonna do a recount, I think.
It is the harp. Harp right on the shoreline.
So that you can gaze off over the coastline playing your musical instrument. So now Smashy is in grind and go mode. He's got all of his equipment that he could possibly ask for. Well, no, he doesn't have the token.
He needs coal.
coal.
Correct.
Comment in chat. It sure was.
So let's see where Smashy's going to head off to next. Looks to be a bit of an eastern sojourn thus far.
Yeah, I think he's heading in more or less the correct direction here.
Going into Hawksnest here.
He's going to try his luck on his golem?
I mean, we've seen 2 curse belts at least, so potentially 3 search spots in play.
I mean, I can't blame him for the logic based on the knowledge that he has. Oh, we have a sighting of Charlock Castle here on Pav's screen.
Well, it's nice to know where that is before you got to get there. And in the meantime, we have a golem attempt coming up from Smashy in Hawksnest.
I mean, he's got plenty of heal mores in the tank. He can do this. It's just going to take a bit.
I mean, he's got a solid enough defense at 78. Can definitely tank a couple hits before having to use a heal more. And a question in chat, we have not seen a grave yet. No, it's level 12 dropping for Pav.
3, 8, 19 hit points, 26 magic!
That is a lot of point. My goodness. And indeed, it looks like there was a flute hanging out underneath that golem in Hawksnest. Ooh, nice little healing up town here. Was that Breckenry that's in that swamp? And here's a cave. Is that a grave? Well, going right by it, so probably not that interested.
I think coal is up in the northwest, like the northwest corner.
Coal is further west than a lot of the stuff Smashy has seen. There's a little more of another peninsula up that way, and that has coal. And Breckenry, maybe? There's like two kind of area of concentrations here into the north. So we have a knight going down here on Pav's side. Smashy using repel to move around. Not getting a lot of fights, of course, with that high defense.
Yeah, but right now he's looking for progression, not for fights. He can grind later on.
He kind of walked himself around the Silver Harp trade-in there. It's just to the south, a little bit to the west of the shopping mall.
Oh, he sees a town.
He's been in that town. That would be Romualdar.
Oh, right.
Unless that's the trade-in. There's so much stuff up here. It's got me confuzzled, if you will.
Yeah, well, I mean, you might as well get the Staff of Rain while you're here.
Absolutely. So we're approaching the 30-minute mark. They're having a relatively easy time of it here. Just what the chatters and viewers want to see, if I understand the DWR viewing community.
Smashy gonna take a refill on the old tank down to 16 MP. Makes a lot of sense. Yeah, they only have, Yeah, it's level 12 that they get a bunch of MP, but 74 MP is only 8 heal mores, barely?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, being pointed out in chat, by the way, there was 3 cursed belts in those 4 chests, just hanging out in the castle.
I think that was less a treasury and more the cursed item repository, like your long-term sequestration storage.
Point of commentary, but I'm being a good boy. This isn't my channel. Smashy heading to the south here. It looks like we have a walk going on by Pav, I believe. Is that a new cave I just saw for Smashy or not?
I don't think so. I think that's further west of where he is.
Well, continuing the exploration in the meantime. Just checking things out here and cutting back to the east now.
Comment in chat. At least Smashy should know that the grave has nothing, maybe the ring at best. Smashy hasn't found the token, and Pav hasn't seen the harp. So either one could dive into grave trying to find that last key item they need.
Well, if they're saying is if Smashy realized there's 3 cursed belts, then Cole is going to be on the docket. So it might well be just blowing that off. And here's the harp on Pav's side. So Pav is almost there.
We are a half an hour into this run, and we already have one runner basically in grind and go mode.
Well,
and the other one about to be shortly, because here's Cole.
My goodness. There are potentially wings kicking around in inventories here. We'll have to see who has held on to them.
So now both of our runners are in grind and go mode. Oh, this I do not like this this particular merchant. This guy there, this I'm calling him. I have lost so much time to him, and they don't have return.
That was fantastic. Smashy went back and hurtboarded the merchant. That was pretty great. Looks like maybe some wings are also being bought by Pav.
Yeah, I can see he is also not a big fan.
I highly enjoyed that. That made my night right there. That was good. Smashy, gotta go get set up here with the access to the Dragon Lord's castle. Then we'll see what the decision is for grinding. It's probably gonna be the golem. I don't know what else you can necessarily hunt too easily here.
Well, these Magi Wyverns aren't too bad as long as they don't ambush you. And even now that they have Erdrick's armor, that hurt more isn't too bad. They give decent experience points.
Indeed they do. Smashy,
The problem
though.
with the golem is you're really not doing a lot of damage to the golem. It's going to be a longer, drawn-out fight.
Yeah, I mean, but unless you're going to gamble on Sharlock having some decent stuff on the top floor to beat up, you do have a town nearby to heal at. I don't know, though. It's a big investment to get up there, and if you get caught, you're going to be in a world of hurt here, time-wise.
Yeah, now the one advantage of the golem is he does give, 350 experience?
Indeed he does.
So, there is an upside, but that's gonna be a slog if that's gonna have to be what it does. I'd almost be tempted to check the foyer of Sharlock and see if I can get a decent grind going on there.
I don't know. I mean, the next level gives a lot of magic points too. Smashy doesn't know that yet. It's not far off, but doesn't know that yet. So let's see here. Smashy heading off to the east, which I think is roughly Sharlock bound. Pavlov is almost a 1,000 experience point lead at this point.
Yep, but while both of our runners are in grind and go mode, let's take a brief pause for station identification. You are watching Dragon Warrior Randomizer's Summer 2026 tournament in the first round of the playoffs. I am Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth is Bryso. We've got Shihali running the tracker, and Veluvi is on the back end doing the restreams. If you like what you see, you want to try it out, go ahead. The website's got the randomizer on it. There's no need to download anything if you don't want to. You can use that to be able to randomize things. And if you really want to check out the community, come on in. We're a very open, very welcoming community. We always love to see new faces, and who knows, we might see you in the next tournament.
Our first red dragon sighting here on the top floor of Sharlock, but a great crit for Smashy. Gets that 350 with only one bite landing for the red dragon.
Yep, there's 19 hit points and 26 magic points at level 12. It's still very much anybody's race to win. There's maybe 1,000 experience point deficit. That doesn't really mean a whole lot yet, like 800 deficit, but it depends on whose grind is going to be more efficient. That's what it's going to boil down to.
Let's see what Pav's going to choose to do here. Also has the drop and seems to be maybe heading off towards Sharlock, same as Smashy. But Axe Knight seems like a pretty solid get for this particular area. Usually goes down to one hurt more. And we have a level.
4900. As Empty Eye would say, I love it.
I mean, after the 19 and 26 on the previous level, I think a 0-0 is more than acceptable.
Yeah, I mean, we're still at level 13 here. So it still hasn't gotten too bad yet.
There's a roll here. Let's see. Now we should see the heal more for Smashy. Meanwhile, a wizard over on Pav's side going down.
Interestingly enough, the red dragons have baby breath, which is actually a good thing because it would do less damage than their bite more.
Smashy just saying nope to the blue dragon is going to keep looking here for some more fun targets. Stone Man, I don't know. They're not ideal by any means.
Yeah. Stonemen are kind of underwhelming. I'd rather be seeing those Axonites, but it looks like we have a fairly even distribution of monsters here in the foyer, which is not exactly amazing.
Looks like Smashy heading back to heal. Meanwhile, the golem grind is on in Swamp Cave here for Pav. I don't know, did Pav see Hawksness? It's not that far from the castle. If you're going to grind golems, might be easier to do that than do the back and forth healing.
I don't think he recalls Hawksness.
Well, it's a nice little level get for Smashy on the way back to heal. Picking it up here, going to enjoy the 0-0 at the end of that. Smashy now throwing the wings, okay. Maybe going to heal up and head towards Hawksness now. We'll see.
Yeah, at least he does have the flute to make it a safer fight, more consistent, not necessarily faster. But at this point, I mean, what are you really gonna do?
As you see, those stats are starting to line up here very nicely in the green, but unfortunately, we're lagging pretty horribly in the strength department, and magic points are definitely not close to ideal as well. But no, Smashy seems to be heading back out here to the west.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
And looks like he's headed for Swamp as well. Drops the repel right as he gets to the golem. Let's see, he's just going to go swinging. Not going to worry about that flute for now. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a tax of what, 7 or 8 seconds, something like that.
Yeah, I think Smashy's got the right idea here. If the top zone was like 2 out of 5, maybe 3 out of 5 Axonites, that would have been great. But given they had a very even distribution and they had things like reds and blues and stonemen on the drop menu, these golems are probably going to be better.
Well, the experience point grind is going to Pav thus far.
Yeah, that's the other thing is sometimes you can get seduced trying to find the perfect grind when one that is good enough is already there, and the more time you're trying to find the perfect grind is more time you're not doing the good enough grind.
We're kind of inching our way into Death Necklace territory here.
Yeah, 122 hit points. Another decent hit point gain on a level. I mean, you're gonna need another level regardless. I would not want to try and take on the Dragon Lord with only 8 heal mores in the tank.
Oh no, I mean, we're inching. I didn't say we were sprinting by any means. Golem outside here, will it go down? No, it will not, and Pav is going back to the castle.
Comment in chat, this is not the way to use the flute. This is not the way.
But just 2 more golems and Smashy will take over the experience point lead.
Yeah, it looks like both runners have decided on this Swamp Cave grind.
Well, may not be able to get that lead just yet. Gonna get the disappointing news at 14. Not a lot going here. The hit points are nice, but they're not really what you're looking for. Meanwhile, Pav right back at those golems.
Yeah, we haven't seen any strength since like the level 12 mega strength bonus, so it's been 2 levels since we've seen any strength at all. we still don't have a return. If next level is ghost stats and they forget a wing and still don't have return, somebody might be doing the walk of shame.
Well, that would be not great for them. Meanwhile, grind continuing here, and we should be closing in on 15 here in just a minute or two. They are cutting their way through these bricked up fellers.
Spells? I don't need spells. I have punch more.
Smashy's gonna go with the repel. Okay, so I guess gonna go walk out and heal.
Basically, he only wants to run into something big enough to be able to give him a ride home. Wait, where's he going?
Maybe he's... Okay, there is a town here. It's a bit of a walk. Nice crit on the golem. It doesn't kill it for Pav, but shouldn't last too much longer after that. Well, takes a 38 and laughs. Should be seeing 15 here in about 30 seconds. We'll see what Pav is going to have for us.
Yeah, on the topic of strength and damage, real quick, let's go over the numbers that they're having to look at for hurting the Dragon Lord's second and more dangerous form. The way the damage calculation works is you take the defense, subtract from the attack power their defense, divide by 2, that's your max roll, divide by 2 again, that's your mid roll.
God. Oh my God, no strength again.
No strength again, 145 HP, no strength, and still 1 magic point shy of 9 heal mores.
No, they have enough for 9, they don't have enough for 10.
I thought 9 was... No, oh, you're right, it is 9. They do have 9.
They've been stuck on 9 for a couple levels too.
Yeah, but basically, you know, the Dragon Lord's second form's got a defense of 100, so subtract 100 from their attack, which is, say, 117 right now. So that's 17, divide by 2, round down, so that's 8, divided by 2 is 4. So they're doing 4 to 8 damage right now. That's not going to be killing any Dragon Lords anytime soon. I mean, even with Fairy Water strats, that's really not what you want to do.
Yeah, and I mean, if they're going to go Fairy Water strats, I don't know.
I mean, Pav has a slight advantage on Fairy Water strats because he doesn't have the Fairy Flute to take up an inventory slot, but even then, it's really not what you want to do. Yeah, as pointed out in chat, with the Death Necklace adding 10, that would make it 127, which makes it a 6 to 13 range, which is a little better, but still sketchy with only 9 heal mores.
And that's if you can get down there with all your stuff intact. We have seen there are red dragons floating around, and you never know what kind of dangerous things we haven't really got a feel for yet.
Yeah, you've got reds, you've got blues, and who knows what abilities they might have. It can get nasty.
So the grind continues here, and it's going to be interesting at 16. So they're going to get return. We'll see what they get in the way of... Maybe they get a bunch of magic points, maybe a little bit of strength, maybe they get just a whack of hit points, and who knows then. There's a lot of potential here for it's 16 as you go, but you just got to figure out where those stats are going to land.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, gotta get that to go there. Looks like after this, 3 more golems for Pav.
Comment in chat, Smashy having a silver shield and thus being able to repel stuff could make up for the gap. Possibly, depending on where their defense points end up. And the monster distribution, yeah.
Oof, that's a brutal crit. 67. Ouch.
But yeah, it looks like Pav is maintaining a 500 to 600 experience point lead on Smashy.
Well, 4 more healing orders for Pav. Smashy heading out to heal again here, just the town of the north. We'll see what Pav is going to do.
Let Pav extend his lead a bit. This is definitely going to be a close race. Charlock misbehaving could well decide who's the winner on this.
Well, this golem here will be the next level. We'll see what Pav gets for us to view. Should be just a couple swings and we'll know what 16 holds. And here you go. What do we got here, Sneaky?
Courage would have served thee well. Power 2, speed 3, 3 hit points, and...
Oh, come on! This has been an absolute drought of magic points.
Boom, 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 boom.
It's really like the mana has all dried up and gone away.
Yeah, he kind of stalled out. After that great, amazing early run performance, it's kind of stalled out. Now they're going to need 12,000 for level 17.
Well, there goes a Death Warp again for Pav. Let's see if Smashy can make up any ground in the meantime, but is solidly back here. We're talking about 1,600, give or take. So about 4 golems, yeah.
Comment in chat, better at 50 minutes in than at an hour and 50 minutes in. Hey, we haven't seen ghost stats yet. We have no guarantees when that might happen. Picking up an Axe Knight there is a really good thing. Might as well pick up this golem since it's walking into him.
You know, people that are talented can land passenger jets as gliders. It has happened before, so we'll see what our runners decide to do. But in the meantime, the grind continues. A golem in the wild here for Pav. That's a nice little get.
Yeah, I mean, heck, one guy parked a jet in the Hudson.
Good old Sully indeed there, Aaron. In the meantime, it is still that solid 14 to 1,600 experience point lead. And there's the level for Smashy, and Smashy getting the bad news. And it looks like just 2 golems and a piece of another one, but you gotta kill 3 here, Pav, sorry.
Comment in chat, this seed runs on spite. You give them the tease with the early jet, and then you just hit the brakes, you throw it in neutral, and you just let it start coasting.
Well, yep, that lead is still kind of there. It's maybe slowly edged a little bit Smashy's way, but still. Solid 1,000 right now. Lead for Pav. And Pav will get the news of what 17 holds first. Barring some sort of disaster, notwithstanding.
Yeah, thing is, Smashy actually got almost got tripped up by the map. because that little exit to where Cole was had that one little tile break in the river that wasn't obvious. He missed it like 2 or 3 times. He could have been in go mode several minutes sooner.
Well, that's the way she goes sometimes with the DWR. And here you go, level 17, hot out of the oven.
Courage and wit has served thee well. Power by 3, speed 3, 9.
Oh my god!
Still no magic. Unbelievable.
That is some unreal mana depletion. That is wow.
So level 18 is going to be 14,250.
Yeah, well, at this point, it's really, we need more magic points. So let's see what they're going to serve up for us. Smashy back on the grind. But that lead has opened up to about 2,100. So that's about a 6 golem lead, give or take, here for Pav.
Yeah, or about a half a dive. Now, Smashy is taking less damage from this golem per hit on average, which means using fewer heal mores on average. So, you know, Smashy, the longer this goes on, the more it goes in favor of Smashy, even though he's at a 2,000 experience point deficit right now.
We'll have to wait and see what the decision is going to be. Smashy is trying to get there to 17, but still has a bit of climbing to do. Meanwhile, Pav continuing to go, but the magic points are depleted. So let's see what Pav decides to do with this golem, assuming that, of course, Pav gets the golem. Well, that's going to make it pretty good.
Just crit.
Looks like it's going to be take my death warp and come back.
Yeah, one comment in chat did point out, you know, we do have that death necklace. We've got well over 135 hit points. We're approaching doubles even with the death necklace strats. And with the death necklace, that's a 16 to 8 range, which is about what Fairy Water does.
Yeah, the Death Warp being faster does seem to be bearing fruit here. Despite the lower defense, Pav has been expanding this experience point lead by just taking the death and walking back.
Yeah. I think if they can get at least 5 more MPs to get at least 10 heal mores in the tank, I think they go, because they do have that death necklace and more than enough hit points to use it.
So for those just joining us, if you have any spare magic points you want to lend them to our runners, by all means, they would take it.
I'm coming to you once again for your support.
So should be seeing 18 here momentarily. Let's see what Pav is going to lay down.
Yeah, Pav is like 2 golems. No, this will be it.
This is it. That's safe.
Yep. Courage and wit has served
time to
thee
go.
well. Power by 6, response speed 1, hit points by 2, magic points by 6.
Time to go.
There you go. That's ghost stats. Meanwhile, Smashy only, you know, needs a couple of more.
Yep, the only thing that's going to work in Smashy's favor potentially is that extra 10 defense, but that's 92. It's still, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pav is definitely in the driver's seat right now, but anything can happen. Charlock can be the great equalizer.
So after this kill, Smashy is going to be 2 away here from the information on time to get your button gear. There's going to be a stop at a town here, and then heading on down from Pav. Throws a rappel on, won't matter as much as it does for Smashy, but keep you out of the soup at least till you get in the front door anyway. And Smashy now, I believe, just 1 golem away as Pav heads around Sharlock to drop the rainbow into the river.
Oh, 1 more golem, and he would have, if he had managed to kill the golem instead of the reverse.
I'm wondering if he's just going to take himself right at the cat. Like, right now, just go.
Grinding go? I mean, that's certainly an option.
I have to feel like he's gonna go at this point, because you got to figure this is.
Well, the problem is you need the mana.
Yeah, but there's a town right up there. He knows that. Nope, heading back in.
Nope,
so
heading back in.
Gonna be a little sidebar. We have a red dragon blocking here, but as previously noted, they've got the old baby breath, and that is working out beautifully in Pav's favor.
Yeah, it actually makes them much less dangerous. It's much less damage than their teeth would be doing. Yeah, the thing about Smashy, going back to the golem, he doesn't know if 18 is ghost stats or not, so he's prepared to go all the way to 19.
He's got to feel like this is the case, right? I can't imagine after that many empty magic point levels that you would not just assume it, but, I'm a gambler at heart, what can I say?
And as we roll into the hour mark, Pav has descended into the depths of Sharlock Castle.
So Smashy's going to leave, but a significant lead here for Pav. Escapes the red dragon on the first try.
If he can take the Dragon Lord on the first try, the race is his. However, he's not that far back. If something ambushes him, sleeps and wrecks or something, Smashy's not out of this yet.
By no means, but with each step here, Pav is building a lead. It's just, will the stats hold up along the way? And an herb refill from Smashy. I don't know if you're going to stop at Gyarados on the way, but I guess you're just going to hope you can get there from here. And Pav is just making great time here through Sharlock Castle. Already down to the barracks, the U floor, not that far away. There is an armor knight, and it is indeed being a little blocky. But rolling pretty inconsequentially, you gotta say.
Burning an herb already. And there's another armored knight, or as we like to refer to them in the community, the AK-47, due to how hard they can hit.
They can actually make you act the fool. There's no doubt about that. A green dragon, you'll take that all day here on Pav's side. As Smashy is headed to Sharlock, Pav is down on the final floor.
We're not going to bother looking for the Knight's ring, the Warrior's ring, which is fixed in the randomizer. Ooh, blue dragons have DL2 breath. That's not good.
Annoying, but not the end of the world here. Pav, meanwhile, dealing with AKs, getting away from a Stone Man. Let's see. Stone Man at the top floor, Stone Man on the bottom. Brick by brick, they are advancing, and brick by brick, they are resisting them.
He's a Stone Man. Ba-dum-ba-ba-dum-ba.
I'm really going with the old, Spoon Man beats the rhythm with their bricks.
Yeah. Pav discovering how useful 86 agility is. Comment in chat.
Especially with 160 hit points too.
Yeah, with 160 hit points. Smashy, of course, is walking in with 93 defense points.
So far, Pav's been doing all right. Just making headway and fighting around the world here. Honestly, just crushing through the castle.
Yep, Stone Man on the spike tile was not a major inconvenience. Pav herbing up, and...
Thou art a fool?
Thou
Indeed.
art a fool.
Here comes old Flatface. Let's see what he's got here. Going right to the death necklace at the start of the fight. Getting set up for that second encounter.
Yep, now the reason for that, and for those of you who might not know, is that the hit point reduction doesn't come into effect until it recalculates in the next phase.
And
So that
rolling
basically
big.
ekes out a little bit more HP. So
Looking
we're
pretty
walking
solid.
into DL2 with 111 hit points. This is at least a double, possibly even a triple, depending on what happens here. Nope,
At
it's
20.
a double.
27 thus far. Nice roll there to get to 43 damage dealt here to the Dragon Lord. There's a low roll, could be a double in play here. That's 60. Unfortunately, rolls a big one there, so won't be able to get that double. Whew, these rolls are pretty solid. 78. Another chance for a double coming up here. That's 92, and that's a double, so things are looking really good for Pav. That's over 100 now. Yeah, I don't need the doubles, but they're fun.
Yeah, barring a missed menu, this should be a lock.
122 there, going to the heal more. And with this hit, going to be moving up to 140. So next swing after, we're looking like Pav going to take game one here of this best of 3 in the knockout stages. At 154, if I math that all right. So in the end, the Death Warp grind for Pav did open up a bit of a lead. And that really is going to be your difference, I'd say, Sneaky.
Yeah, that, and a little bit more favorable exploration, but, break out your GGs. Pav has won game 1 of 3.
Official time of 105.28 here. Let's see if Smashy can finish it off. I mean, probably under 110, but oh boy, just not the result you want. You don't want to be behind the 8 ball in a matchup like this.
Yeah, part of the reason we do a best of 3 during the playoffs is so nobody just gets RNG'd out of the race. But at the same time, you really don't want to be behind the 8 ball here.
So Smashy rapidly approaching that Snowman spike spot, getting a lot of encounters, which is just, you know, salt in the wound at this point.
A little fewer resources, too. He's only got 1 herb left.
I think he'll be okay. He just needs to cut his way through this and see where he stands. Should still be fine. He does have 10 extra defense. A couple extra attacks from Dragon Lord would be a very welcome outcome. And as we saw, there was many Healmores left in the chamber for Pav.
Yeah, he should be good. Depends on what kind of luck the Dragon Lord first phase gives him. If he starts taking swings instead of hurt mores.
Stop spell the start.
Stop spell them. Yeah, there you go. Just here, have some free hit points.
The rolls here are not as kind as they were to Pav, too. Pav really cut up the Dragon Lord early and often. These rolls have been not great, Al.
Yeah. Hey, welcome, GG.
Hello, thank you. Thank you. That was pretty zoomy, the sword start, so, you know, you gotta move. Get to that grind.
You know, if I'm Smashy, if I find out that every roll really went well for Pav on the Dragon Lord and mine are going the other way, I'm not gonna be too annoyed since I've already lost anyway.
Yeah, he's dealing with DL2 right now. He did have a silver shield, so he's got a little bit more defense against the physical attacks, but the attack rolls are not going in his favor.
Where was I see he had the flute. I think maybe he found grave or something like that.
It was in Hawksnest. There was 3 curse belts in the armory at the castle.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. Once I saw that, I knew all I needed was one of those 2 coordinates or Hawksness.
Yeah. I mean, you must have been thinking, oh, if I got the sword, you probably didn't check your strength at the start, but 5 strength at the start was going to be a problem until you got that sword. Just set up nicely for you guys to have a leisurely stroll for the most part, outside of cutting up a lot of bricked golems, of course.
What was on? Was there a good spike tile at Hawksness?
It was a golem.
It was another golem, yeah. You didn't really have much of a choice there.
Oh, that's good. Good thing I didn't find it.
But
it was about the same distance from the castle, honestly. I think Swamp was closer, though.
This was actually a really, really close, well-run race. Smashy just could not find coal until much later, so he just went the wrong direction. And, you had that one or two tile gap. And, hey, he has also defeated the Dragon Lord, so break out your GGs, everyone.
I would honestly say the biggest difference probably came down to Smashy trying the top floor of Sherlock instead of going right to the golem. I think that was kind of where that slight gap opened up, and then Pav using the death warps really did it. So it's going to be a 4-minute and 10-second victory here for Pav in the opening game. So GG's to Smashy.
There was a part of me that thought about going to Sherlock because it's so close to a healing town, but at Golem, 350, strength was lacking, but I had enough resources, and Tantasia was close enough to like 20 seconds to get from death to the swamp cave.
Yeah, that actually helped you open up a bit of a lead as well. Smashy was walking out of the cave and then going up to heal at I think it was Cantlin, just to the north.
Yeah,
so it was a quicker just die and get back as opposed to going for the healing.
See, I thought to do that one time. I was like, I want to see how close Cantlin is to Swamp Cave, because I really didn't, it was so zoomy I couldn't really remember if it was closer than Tantasia or not. But either way, it was definitely quicker to die. I felt like didn't feel too smart about trying to walk out.
Well, it helped you. It helped you as well. A couple good decisions late, and those good decisions late sometimes are going to be the difference, and you get the game 1 victory. Was there a particular enemy out there early on that maybe you thought, I don't want to see any more of you?
I cannot think of one. I can't.
Okay. Those red dragons, by the way, were pretty pacified, I gotta say. 75% heal, 75% fire. That's a lovely enemy.
Yeah, I was very excited to see the baby breath in Sherlock there, because I didn't see one the whole seed. I knew Armor Knights were around. I didn't see anything from them, but with like about 50% chance to run from both of them. I was 150, whatever, 60 HP, whatever we had. It felt good walking in there.
Yeah, the blue dragon was probably the only thing that was kind of scary because it had the big breath. But other than that, I mean, the magic wyverns with hurt more until you got the armor were a bit of an annoyance, but nothing too scary. It's kind of just a fun little jaunt.
I see Smashy there. At GG Smashy.
Yeah, but sometimes in trying to find the perfect grind, you miss the good enough grind, and that can sometimes be all the difference it needs when you've got runners at this level. Trying out the foyer, maybe you've got something good there, but while you're doing that, you're not grinding on the golems, so
So predictions, Pat, for game 2. What do you think the seed's going to be? Just at the top of your head, gut instinct, go.
Well, I think almost every single race I've had has been not a slog, so I'm due to have one. So my prediction is a 2-hour seed, although I really don't want that, but I mean, it's got to happen eventually.
I mean, research indicates that's the way it goes, but that may not be how it goes. In the meantime, I don't know if Smash will be joining us or not here, if he's someone who will hop in or out of these things. It was a fun little race here. I don't know if there's any more action tonight, but there's definitely more action coming down the line here. We're just starting the knockouts. I think it was yesterday that kicked off, Sneaky.
Yep.
I mean, there's a lot of matchups to come, and y'all should be, of course, you're following, but if you're not for some reason, make sure you're following the channel and show some love to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer admins as they put on a lot of entertainment here throughout the year. Summer tournament, winter league, and of course weeklies. It's a good time.
Yep. Any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
I think if I was going to just call one race like I do every summer, it seems, a quick little jaunt like this is always a fun time. You get a lot to talk about, and it just keeps, the hits keep coming and they don't stop coming.
Yep. When's the next one? Is that going to be tomorrow?
Yep, tomorrow and same time, and if needed, Thursday, same time.
Same Dragon time, same Dragon channel. In that case, this has been a Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer 2026 tournament. This is Sneaky the Lost. With me in the commentator's booth, Bryce Ulf. We've got Shihali running the tracker, Velo V on the back end, doing the restreams. We'll see you in the next race.
Have a good night, everybody.